We're gonna get some work done today.
Try.
Are we just gonna make a list of the work we're gonna do today?
I started.
We can at least guarantee that's gonna get done. All right. Well, what do we got? Trans vacuum lines. Got some stuff for that. Mini spool. Hell yeah. Mount ECU. Meh. Finished exhaust. That's probably what's gonna really get done. Rewire radio. Meh. That's not the fun stuff. Fill fluids. Wire dash cluster. Let's see. I think we've got a few more things. Yep. You know what? That's funny. I made a list at home, did the exact same thing. The last thing was a burnout. Yeah? Well, we're gonna get to work on this though. Might be hard to start them. Now you're the wrong size. Because it should be M10 by 1.5. I think these are tapered ones because they started in there. Yeah, start with. Know when I'm ready.
It's on.
All right. That feels really good on my face.
No, I bet.
Ooh, right on my neck, that's great. I hope there's a lot of flammable fluids under here. Right in my ear, hell yeah. All right, and always the fun part, you get to cross some stuff off here. Fixed fuse box, done. Finish exhaust, finished, enough. Check shifter and install the cotter pin. We already did that. We went through all the gears, made sure that the linkage could slide in and out evenly through all gears, make sure it wasn't binding. Very, very, very strong must on any of your transmissions. Make sure that when you do those aftermarket cables, that when it's sitting in a gear or in park, neutral, drive, 2, 1, whatever, that the pin can come out of the linkage easily. That way you're not actually binding and pulling it, because if you're actually kind of pushing it in between 2 gears, you can burn up the transmission. So we already did that. Check. Big old check. Anything else? We added a kickdown cable. We haven't taken care of that yet. That'll be soon. Let's see. Right now we're looking at working on the wire in the dash cluster. Fluids are half filled. I mean, I can probably just go fill. Okay, good enough. Rewire radio. That's for another day. Mount the ECU. Not that important. Trans vacuum line. We already did that. We put on the new vacuum lines. So we ran a new vacuum line to the transmission. Mini spool. We need to get this thing back on the ground before we can do that, because those tires have to be elevated. So we're almost pretty much, we're actually really close to getting it to a point where we can put this thing back on the ground. So that's actually going to happen soon. So we actually don't have very much to do. We need the mini spool because we're going to turn this one wheel wonder into a 2-tire fire, because it's a must. I mean, not going to be great for parking lots, but who cares? I'm gonna have a hard time getting some groceries in here. But yeah, move along. Make sure you drop some of that ash in there too.
Oh yeah.
It needs a little seasoning. It's like that bar's no leak. Just drop some ash in there. Alright, so I don't know if you guys remember, but when we first got this thing started in the car, we had a little bit of a misfire. So we're trying to get that figured out before we go too far here, and I think we might have figured out the problem. That looks a little wet. That doesn't look wet. That doesn't look wet. Can't see that one back there, but take my word for it, it ain't wet. This one's dripping wet, and can't really see. The rag's really wet. So go ahead and prime it real quick, and we'll see what this one looks like. Ooh, go ahead and hit it again. Well, after hitting it with a screwdriver a few times, it looks like it's unsticking a little bit, but it's still dripping. It's not spraying like it was. So before, this was just spraying like a geyser, and it looks like it's doing a little bit better now. We put about 10 gallons of seafoam in the tank with about half a gallon of gas, so it might be enough to just completely destroy all the O-rings in there, but it'll get it clean. So we'll go ahead and let that sit for a little bit. If that doesn't clear up, we'll go ahead. I have more injectors. We'll throw another one on there. It ain't gonna be a big deal. But the reason we looked at this one first was I did notice that it was backfiring from the passenger side, and after we let it run for a minute or so, I was able to actually just put my hand on the header without it burning the hell out of my hand. So kind of like really narrowed it down. But that should be an easy fix. Get that seafoam to run through there, let it sit in there for about a day or so, and then check it again, and it should be fine. We'll probably be able to run it again without having a bunch of backfiring. Right, where are we at here? Well, shifter's done, trans vacuum line's done, exhaust done, fuse box done. So, mini spool's next. And get the tires off. Go ahead and lift this up, put it on jack stands, remove the old carrier, well, remove parts of the carrier, the spider gears out of the carrier, and then we're gonna go ahead and put that mini spool in. Anyway, check off a big thing that needs to be done is no one tire fires. No one wheel wonders. True burnout machine. have the bolt right there in front of our face. Perfect. Yeah, just gotta pull that bolt off there, get the pin out, and then we can spin that around, get the spider gears out of there, and get the axles slid out, and go ahead and swap out to the mini spool. See that one rotating backwards over there? While this one is rotating forwards. That's a no-no. That's an open diff. We don't want that. That'll stop our almighty two-tire fire from happening, so we're gonna fix that. Alright, so we're about ready to pull these gears out. I have to remove this little bolt here. I think it's looking about an 8mm bolt. It's holding that pin in on the bottom, and then we'll be able to pull the pin out, which will pull those gears out right up here. Once we get that, we'll slide the axles out. You can kind of see where they protrude in. There's going to be a C-clip in there, so we'll be able to push the axles inwards, pull the C-clips out, pull the axles slightly out, and then we'll be able to get all those gears out, and we can put the mini spool in. Easy, right? Everybody should do it.
There it goes.
Yep, nice.
Yeah.
So you just put it together with all the red Loctite, I see. That was a lot of force on there.
Well, you gotta figure this how small of a ratchet we got too.
Well, still, I mean, you could hear the pop from the Loctite breaking. So whoever put it in there did Loctite it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Look at that. That's what victory looks like, right? God.
Jesus. It's like a pen with
Yep.
little threads on it.
We'll make sure we put that back together with some torch-on Loctite. Liquid metal or something. All right. So now we can get that pin out.
Yeah, so we probably gotta...
We need to turn the... I was able to grab it by the ring gear and turn it.
Okay. I need to.
Well, I need to get the gears out, you might.
Well, yeah.
And the C-clips.
Turn the drive shaft or...
It depends.
There's the pin.
Yeah. You guys kind of see how this works.
I have to rotate that.
This actually threads into the back of that carrier, and that pin holds that from sliding in and out. So
Yeah.
the pin just holds those spider gears in there.
What? Maybe I should have left that pin in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, just grab them as they're coming out.
Grab the gears.
Yeah, here I can spin this too. Get those for you.
Oh, now you're spinning the gears.
Yeah, I'll pick that one out, and then I'll spin it around to get the other one. Oh wait, no, I can't get the other one now. Keep turning it.
Oh, it's on the... That one's on the back.
Is it stuck?
Yeah, we might have to wait till we get the...
Oh yeah, we can pop those
till
out.
we get those two out, then we can grab that one. Oh,
What was that? C-clip?
yeah, that was one C-clip.
Yeah, we just eliminated the C-clip.
So...
Because I just pushed in on that a little bit to get that to come out. It just fell out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys can see what he did there when he pushed in on that axle. Get a better shot of that. So go ahead and push in on that axle a little bit.
I just did it. Fell out right there.
C-clip fell out.
Yeah, so right here.
Super simple. This is why they do the C-clip eliminators, because of how easy that just fell out. Now when that pin's in there and those gears are pushing in on it, you shouldn't have that problem, but if it ends up wearing out the gears, they can start to slip in, and if you lose that, essentially, once that's out, you can see we can just pull the axles right on out of here now.
Yeah.
So if he pulls on that other axle on the other side there, you'll see nothing's holding it in. That C-clip's the only thing that holds these in. So a lot of people, for race car purposes, will do, yep, you see it's going to pull that thing right out when he pulls that out. So that whole axle will fly out of the car if that C-clip wasn't in there. So for this purpose, we're not doing the C-clip eliminator just because he's not going to be racing this thing, but if he does, we'd probably go that way later on down the road.
So that's what we got on the Fox body that bolts it on.
Yep, so the Fox body is running a 488 with C-clip eliminators and a full spool. So instead of doing the mini spool where we're replacing the gears in here and locking them together, his the Mustang actually whole carrier assembly is swapped out with a locked rear axle. So two-tire fire all the time.
about the same thing as doing welded rear diff, but this is actually undoable. So if we decide we want to go away from it, we can always just undo this and just go back to the old way.
Okay.
We could probably just pull, we could probably just slide the axles out and do everything from where it's at right now.
Yeah, because that back one's stuck in there.
Alright, so we'll just go ahead and slide these axles out a little bit more. Might have to keep it a little bit. Oh no, you got enough room to get that out of there. Because we need a lot of room to get the new ones in.
Oh.
Make sure I get this in front of your view so you can't see.
Do you want to either pull on this side or pull that center gear out? Because these spin freely, but it won't come out because this one's not spinning freely yet.
Okay,
He's getting it.
Yeah, he's grabbing it quick. Remember, I got the most important job here. People get mad if we don't record everything. I'll probably pull it out a little more.
Yeah, so I still can't get that back one out. Yeah.
A little more.
Oh, there it goes. I think I got it.
Here. Wow, go fish.
There's gear
All right.
number 2.
So we got the gears, the C-clips out, so now we just need to pull these inner gears out. And this is actually where the we're going to be starting to install the mini spool into it. It's actually really, really easy. This is just a shim. See the other one.
Something on this side. There we
There
go.
you go. There's number 2. All right, so now we can go mini spool. So
Yep.
let's go ahead. So you want Pete to just slam that thing into your hand real quick? You're gonna do the oops,
Sorry.
careful for the camera. You're gonna do the other side, so then you need to push the axle and twist the axle at the same time.
This one?
Oh, the other side. Yep.
Is it?
I don't know if he might just spin it to see if it can get it on there.
That should be lined up with that pin, right?
Yep.
You see
well,
that?
we'll spin. We can spin it afterwards to line them up. Because you're still gonna have to put the C-clip in and everything.
Yeah.
So you're gonna want that
Go ahead and-
to be turned out so you can get that C-clip in there.
Push enter or just push?
Well,
Go
instead
ahead.
of pushing it until it makes contact, and then
You'll probably have to lift it up.
Yeah.
after that.
Alright.
like once it gets lined up with that gear, there it goes. It went right in, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and turn it clockwise. A little more.
See how it's rotating, and then we can slide this clip in. So that's good. Go ahead right there. We'll slide that clip in to where that groove is, and then when he pulls the axle back, this C-clip will sit inside that pocket. Go ahead and push it in a little bit, yeah, there it goes. Now go ahead and pull it back. There it goes. Now it's sitting flush with it.
Perfect.
Then we do
Yeah.
the same thing on the other side.
All right. Big mitts in the way. I'm not gonna be able to get a whole lot of shot on this. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Oh, more in.
No, you can go in now.
Now we're gonna go ahead and place one of the blocks in here, and then we're gonna have to spin it around. This is gonna be the fun part, spinning it while that block's in there.
Okay, go ahead and just wiggle it a little bit.
There.
Okay, good.
So now we have this one in. We just have to go back and then line it up with the carrier. All right. Now we're gonna have to have him spin the drive shaft to bring the bottom of this up. So go ahead and start spinning. I'll tell you if you're going the wrong way. Nope, you're good. So we'll have to spin this too.
Yeah, so it's not spinning with it yet. Hold on.
So we're just waiting until we get that pinhole lined up.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Hey, that's good right there, Pete.
We'll need to bring that back just a little bit.
Right about ye. So just line that up.
And
Look at
make
that.
sure that you get this side with the threaded hole lined up for our bolt.
For our bolt. All right. There's the bolt. And see, the end of that's just a solid machine pin. so you don't have to worry about lining up thread holes in there. All right, hang on, we're gonna go ahead and
bring that down just a little bit down here.
you mean up. When we took it out, it was lined up and down.
Yeah, but I feel like it'll go in better over here than up here.
I think it sticks out more once it gets down there, or up to the top,
Okay,
because that's where we pulled it out at.
all right, go one way. We'll figure it out.
All right, go ahead, turn. Go ahead.
Yeah.
There. There, perfect. See, guys, you always have to listen to me because I'm always right. Just tell my wife that. She needs to know. Perfect. Look at that.
Throw it back in. And then essentially you're done.
Yeah. Should we have put some red Loctite on there like the last guy? Because we want this to be its forever home.
Snug that in and basically tighten it down, clean the cover out, put the cover back on, glue it in, and
Paint it and like
job well done.
pink, hot pink, neon green.
What's the torque value? Tight is tight and too tight is broke, right?
That's absolutely correct. So let's go for too tight. You know why? Because it's not my car. Let me show you guys how that works. We spin this one here. You see the whole thing spins now. So
There's just more
left and right is just locked together. So there's no, open diff anymore. This is one true locked rear end. So this one's actually spinning in the exact same direction now. So before they would spin opposed to each other without spinning the carrier. This is what you want. Lock rear end. Because race car.
too thick, not thick enough.
It's in the diff.
Shouldn't use a dirty finger.
That's right.
Oh yeah, tasty.
I like ketchup on my diff covers. Tell me I'm doing it wrong without telling me I'm doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
TikTok will let us know.
Smells fantastic too.
It tastes even better. Felpro. Hang on, let me write Felpro in this. Alright, so now we got that on there. We could probably smash this in the dirt a little bit to have some character. And a little bit of grit to really help let it hold on. I don't think it matters how you put it on there. You can put it on sideways. It should be perfectly fine. And then don't wait before putting the put it on the other way. It'll self-clearance. And then remember, don't wait before putting the oil in either. It needs to go in immediately. It should actually be going in now. You gotta wait 24 hours. I don't think I've ever waited 24 hours for this setup. I give it like a good 30 minutes flash time, and then it's like, all right, your oil goes in. I've never seen one of these leak before.
1,000 views from hitting 100,000 on the channel.
So when you guys do this, make sure your face is directly under it, because that's how you'll know when it's full. And then you get a nice swig of that in your mouth.
Yeah, you see it. That one did 59. That one did 68. So it's like, is it really worth spending all the time doing all that? Or maybe do some.
That's a win. A little bit. Needs a little tuning, but that's a win. That's a friggin' win. I love it. Oh, you know what? Got to do something real quick. So, kind of jumped the gun on some of this stuff, but let's see. Mini-spool. Guess what? Burnout. Hell yeah.
I think for the most part that's done too.
Yeah, we got some fill fluids. Yeah, we got a lot of this done. I mean, it's practically done. It's good to go. A little bit of fine tuning work here, but I mean, I think really it's a good spot to end off this entire build series on this car. Maybe we'll do another one where we do some little bit of street tuning to it. It just needs a little idle tuning for the cam. Like he's when we went ahead and did that burnout, you could hear a little bit of a bog, but I think we're in a really good spot with this one. So really appreciate you guys watching this series. So if there's anything you want to know, just ask us questions. We're here to answer. What we had to go through to do the G-body swap wasn't a whole lot of work, actually. More so making time to do it and working around just Midwest winters. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.